Hello everybody, I am FedoraG4mer, and today we are kicking it with Starcrawlers. Starcrawlers, as you would expect with any video in this series, is a game that is currently seeking funding on Kickstarter. Right now, it is 44 hours left in the campaign and is far surpassed its goal, but there's still time to get on the sweet Kickstarter rewards. Why am I making a video when it's 44 hours from the end of a campaign? Well, the developers just got together a playable demo that they have put together for GDC that's upcoming. This is not publicly available demo, but they were kind enough to share it with me. So 44 hours left. Oh well, if you don't see this video in time to get in on the Kickstarter, if you wanted to, just think of this as a incoming indie video, and this is the game you should really keep on your radar, whether you get on the Kickstarter or not. So let's jump right into it. So what is Starcrawlers? It is a sci-fi dungeon crawler, is the best way I could put it. Right now we have been hired to retrieve a black box from a defunct spaceship. We are what's called crawlers, which are pretty much mercenaries that salvage or clear out spaceships, stations, planetary installments on not so friendly planets, that kind of thing. Mostly mercenaries that do salvage work kind of thing. And we've been hired to go and find the black box of this ship. And it's basically basic tutorial. Now, this is one of the interesting things that sets Starcrawlers apart from a lot of dungeon crawlers, is there is a lot of character interaction with your different characters' abilities and personalities having different optional effects that you can choose. Like right now we can talk all big and bad, but right here it shows we have a 50% chance of this succeeding and having influence on the character we are talking to. I'm going to try it. I tried out my first initial playthrough before making this video and failed. Let's see. Hey, success. Let's see. Tough guy. Well, it doesn't seem like that actually gave us any kind of benefit right now. It's just more or less just a demonstration of the system. Alright. So it is a dungeon crawler in the first person perspective that works on a kind of tile system, much like older RPGs. Legend of Grimrock is a recent example of a game that's pretty recent that used this type of movement that is very much a nostalgic throwback. Some people might not like it and think, why not just have real full first person movement? Well, to those people I say I love this nostalgic throwback. So let's go ahead and progress forward a little bit here. And now our characters are talking amongst themselves. We got Hard Slab the Soldier, we have the Cyber Ninja, we have the Hacker, and let's see, Void. I can't remember the name of that class, I'll have to look. Let's go ahead and look here. We have Trix, the level 1 Hacker, Hard Slab, the level 1 Soldier, Sinestra, the level 1 Psyker Void. It's an interesting class, which I'll talk a little bit about once we get into combat here. And we have Rocky. Oh, it's Space Ninja. I thought it was Cyber Ninja. Didn't it say Cyber Ninja in the dialogue? Well, either one, a Cyber Ninja or a Space Ninja, badass, no matter how you look at it. And let's go ahead and get back in here. Now we do see what appears to be a cleaning droid over there, but we have some other things to look at. You can interact with the environment, like I can click that and change its color. I don't know if that has any real effect. Well, it appears not to in this current state. This game is very, very, very pre-alpha prototype stage. What do we have for some loot here? Trusty sword, which only our ninja really uses swords, and Trusty is the ones he already has, but this is a better one, even though it's slower. It has 75 TU, which we'll talk about that momentarily. Then this is an accessory, which everyone already has this accessory, and accessories don't do anything in this early build. This game is very much still in very early development. So there is a lot that will change. This is a very basic demonstration of some of the game. There is a lot more to the game. Yes. Then this is just like one run. There is your home ship, your home base ship that's kind of like a hub. There's a lot more that will be in the game. This is just a very basic demonstration of the crawling and combat is all this is. There's a lot of missing or placeholder art. There's missing sounds and placeholder sounds, so it's nowhere near complete. But anyway, how the combat works is you click over a target, and you get kind of a radio menu of the different attacks you have. We have Rocket, Incinerator Grenade, Shoot, Meat Shield, and Overwatch, which Overwatch we'll talk about in a different fight when it's more useful. Meat Shield will increase your taunt and also reduce the damage you take, so it's basically hit me, no one else kind of thing. And then a massive reduction in the damage taken. Very useful. I believe it only takes effect until Hard Slab's next turn. Now, what's interesting is some turns do have some abilities have turn cooldowns, but the different abilities have different TU costs, which then determines up in the top left there where that character is put in the combat order for their next attack. So this one is a very high damaging attack, but it puts him clear at the end of the attack order. This one's 40, which still puts him at the end of the attack order. This one, well, all of them will because there's not very many enemies, but we'll go ahead and just try to kill this guy really quickly. Didn't quite work. Now we have Trix the Hacker. She has Mind Meld, which always does 0-0 damage. I believe this is effective only on human targets, is why it's always 0-0. We have Scramble, which has an 80% chance to stun, which, as you might guess, stun makes the affected enemy skip its next turn. Very useful. We'll go ahead and do that and see if we can just kill this guy. Oh, stun didn't take effect. Now, this is the Psyker Void. I don't know, Void Psyker sounds better to me than Psyker Void, but anyway, this is a very interesting class. You have some abilities that increase Void energy, then everyone has their normal basic shoot, and then this one ability uses Void energy. You can use the ability without any Void energy, but it's much less effective. So we can do abilities that, and this one does a lot of damage, but I believe it only does shield damage. But anyway, you use abilities to gain Void Energy, then use that for bigger attacks. But you have to keep it balanced. If you get too much Void Energy, character's head will explode. Yeah, that did none because it does a massive amount of damage, but only to shields. And his shield was already broken. I didn't realize that. Okay, let's go ahead and use Space Ninja guy here. He has Quick Strike, Whirlwind, which will attack all enemies. Well, attempt to, unless there's misses, which sometimes happen. Strike. Expose Weakness, which is basically a debuff. And then Flurry, which is a bunch of attacks on one target. We'll go ahead and go with that. And finish off the Cleaning Droid. We'll get some skill ups based on what we have used in combat. And then we get contacted by a representative of the company that hired us, talking about get the black box, and you're also supposed to just retrieve the black box and not transmit its data, because that could fry the data. That's what the beginning here said. But we were told it was just an abandoned, defunct ship, and there's malfunctioning droids apparently. And these are the different characters saying this stuff. We'll go with this one. And that was a clean bot. It's a serious malfunction to reprog it to aggro. What if actual security bots are malfunctioning? Now these have the percentage bases and they're blue, so you can tell there's some kind of character interaction that takes a skill check or dice roll. And we'll go with the hacker one, the one that's a much better chance of succeeding, and it failed. Okay. Well, in my last game it succeeded, and she agreed to increase the pay for the increased danger. So that changed colors, but I don't think it does anything else. Again, it's a very early build. There's a lot of stuff here that is a lot of systems that are not complete or not in the game yet. Speaking of which, let's look a little bit into here. We have the loadout. I did get a new sword, so I should equip that on our Space Ninja guy. And it is considerably stronger, but it is slower, so using 75 TU instead of the 45 TU. So that is a pretty big decrease in speed, but it also has a much higher critical chance and a much higher damage. So we'll go ahead and equip it here. And then you can also look at abilities, which I don't know if you can even gain points in this build. But you'll be able to choose and equip any 4 of these abilities in the 3 different lines here. Which he has 12 points in Assassination. So you can get all the way to the end and equip all abilities from one line if you want to, or mix them up. So there's a lot of character customization that will be in the game. It's currently not. As you can see, that says click me. Again, this was made for a... I thought there was another locker around here. Sometimes you gotta go around and look behind you, because if you walk past, there could be something on the wall back on the sides here that you just walked right past, but there isn't in this case. I don't think these do anything. Nope. So anyway, this was made for GDC, so it's made to get through pretty quickly so they can get people in and out kind of thing. Yes, and you can also, I forgot about that, you can also right click to free look, which goes a little wonky for me because it doesn't lock mouse cursor to screen, and I have multiple monitors set up. Now it looks like this place got pretty beat up. This game does look really good. It looks great. One thing I like to know is this was on Greenlight and is already been approved. It's already been greenlit before the Kickstarter's even ended. That's how much attention this game has got, because it looks goddamn wonderful. Now I do know there's nothing actually out here to wander around. Actually, there is somewhere I didn't really check very well. Let's go ahead and look around a little more here. Okay, there's nothing over there. And again, you'll see the click me over there. But anyway, the game looks fantastic. I love the art in this game, and the sci-fi dungeon crawler, sign me up. Okay. We got some different directions we can go here. Let's go this direction. And now we got some security bots. Little cute little security bots of death. Alright. We also have Tar Pit, which can slows the enemy down. Very useful in big fights. We'll go ahead and just scramble and try to stun one of them to get less attacks out on us here. And you do have counter chances. Rocky just countered. Alright. This guy's stunned, so I guess I won't mess with him. Let's take advantage of that stun. As you can see up there, also highlights which one you're targeting, which is very useful. Let's go ahead and target the one that's closest to attacking us. But, you know, we'll just go ahead and attack all of them with Whirlwind. Wow, that guy got messed up real quick. And he doesn't have much shield left. He's going to attack first, so let's do a turret here. Yeah. Now, I'll use his Overwatch here. This is a very interesting ability. You got to pay attention to where it puts you in the queue after using Overwatch. Overwatch means he will automatically attack any enemy that attacks. So if you're in a big fight with many enemies, and there's going to be 4 or 5 of them attacking before Hard Slab's next turn, that means that one ability is going to allow him to attack every single one of them when they attack. And I'll show you that here. Now, both of these guys are going to get attacked by Overwatch. It's only the very basic attack. Oh, well, he's stunned, so he's not going to. But anyway, if you can use it at a time where it then has a large gap, a large amount of enemies attacking before Hard Slab's next turn, it is extremely effective. We'll just go ahead and do a normal shoot here. And that was pretty easy. Got some more skill ups. I doubt you can actually level up in this build. It takes a lot of experience. You're not going to get that much. Again, this was made to be completed in 10 to 15 minutes in a convention. So, anything of interest in here? I'm not seeing anything interesting. One thing I really do like, especially because there's no map yet, is the doors and even the lockers, when you search them, their light changes color, so you know that you have already explored that place. I like that a lot, actually. And apparently there is a droid right on the other side, but it's one single little droid. Let's just make this quick. That was easy enough. No skill ups. Didn't do much in that fight. Or, I don't know where that one came from. Huh. I forgot, there is procedural generation in this game, it seems. This game is slightly different. There isn't much procedural generation in this this GDC demo, or whatever you want to call it. But this room definitely looks different, and the rooms look slightly different compared to Crackdown is what everyone has. No one really has pistol skill. This I think is what everyone already has, but this is an upgraded rifle. So we'll take that. But anyway, this room definitely looks different than it did when I played it in my last playthrough. And the procedural generation isn't in full effect because this is a kind of a handcrafted experience for a convention, but well, we don't want to give it to him. He uses melee. We'll give it to Hard Slab. Yeah, it's definitely an upgrade. We'll equip that. Can click compare, but they already compare for you. I'm not sure why that's there. And cracked armor is what everyone already has, so there was no point in picking that up. The loot is definitely different than the first time I played through the game, so the loot is obviously not set in stone, it's generated. And, oh hey, we have a little more challenging encounter. Let's see. He would attack all three of them. I could use Incinerator Grenade, which will hit all three of them too. We'll go ahead and do that because I haven't used it yet in this video. Incinerator Grenade. And it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but it sets them all on fire for a while. So, one thing I haven't talked about yet is these bars down here. The blue is your shield. The green is your actual HP or life points or whatever the term this game uses is. I'm not entirely sure. We'll go ahead and scramble him. Oh, miss. BS. Anyway, blue regenerates in between battles as you take steps. Your shields regenerate. Your health does not. So far that I can tell in this demo, there is no way to replenish your health. I assume, you know, in between missions in the full game, your health regenerate, and there might be health regenerating items that you can use in between battles, or maybe even during battle, but you know, that's not in the game yet. Let's go ahead and let's attack someone that has almost full shields and just drain shield. There we go. And Sinestra got a counter. There's a lot of lacking audio in the attacks, the enemy attacks mostly, so definitely lacks in the attack audio and counter. Some kind of counter sound effect would be nice to have some audio feedback of what's going on, but again, it's just missing because it's a very early build. Let's go ahead and do Whirlwind and hit everybody. Oh, that was pretty effective. Oh, the enemy got a counter though. And Mind Meld's not going to do anything. Let's go ahead and just go pew pew on them. Got some skill ups, and I didn't actually show this a little bit very much, but you can see they have rifle skills here, weapon skills, which is the skill ups we've been getting from each fight. And yeah, all of them are start with a rifle except for Rocky, the Space Ninja, so all of them have just a rifle. So there's a lot of weapons you can find in the random loot around here. But yeah, like SMGs, but no one has any skill in that, so I just stick with rifles. If I don't find any rifles, stick with the basic ones. This room's definitely different as well. What do we have here? We have Hive. I'm not sure what that is, but apparently we can't interact with it. So these rooms are set up the same way, but their layouts are definitely different than the first time I played it. This one, it was actually considerably more trashed than the last time I played it. Tables were turned over and all that. And there are different machinery. I like that. As you guys know, I am a sucker for anything with random generation. Oh god, we got a big guy here. Let's go ahead and drain his shields immediately, because that does significant shield damage. And Whirlwind? Yeah, we'll go Whirlwind. Hey, he missed his counter. That works for me. And Rocky's getting kind of rocked a little bit. His shields are going down. Oh, got a counter at least. Ooh, Sinestra's in a bad place. See, this will allow him to attack all of them. But again, I think I'll start with Incinerator Grenade. Because that has the damage over time effect, so we already took out one of them. In a big battle, you know, Incinerator Grenade, and then on the next turn I'd use Overwatch if nothing's, you know, there's boss battles or everything's still alive after one round. We will try to stun the big guy here. That seems like a very good idea. And he was stunned. I'm going to get rid of him. We have 3 other characters who will attack the big guy before it even gets to his turn. That will be skipped because of stun. So we should be able to take him out before he even attacks again. So we will just take that guy out, expending our void energy. And we'll just go pew pew. And we will do good old flurry. Still not quite dead, but getting close. We'll go ahead with rocket. This does massive damage. And yeah, that'll finish him off. Massive damage, but has a long cooldown, so you gotta keep that in mind. Got quite a few skill ups. Alright. You know, I want to look back in here, see if there was a locker somewhere. Sometimes you gotta look on the back walls. Behind you, as I mentioned earlier, no lockers. No more looting. As you see down there, that's popped up because Sinestra's shields were regenerating. It'll disappear again here momentarily since her shields have finished regenerating. Doesn't look like much of interest here, so we'll go down. We have several paths we can take. We'll try this direction. So it seems like when you open doors, there's a chance of an encounter happening, not just by seeing them on the game screen itself. Drain your shields real quickly here. We'll finish you off quick here. No need to stun because we have many more attacks before his first attack. So just go ahead and use rocket and finish you off. And just be done with it. Doesn't seem like there is any loot from combat at this point in the development, but I'm sure that will be something that will be added. Doesn't look like there's anything of interest in here. You know, a bit of experience, which doesn't mean much right now, but you know, what do we have here? Oh, it's a coffee machine. Anyway, I did forget to mention, controls are simple. WASD and Q and E do strafe like that. Give me a latte. Give me a latte. I want. Doesn't work. Oh, I need my caffeine. I do know that's towards the end, so let's go ahead and explore this other doorway first. Oh, geez, and we got another big guy. Alright. We are going to stun. Big guy here. Oh, the stun didn't hold, didn't take effect. It did damage, but it didn't stun, unfortunately. Shut up, phone. And this might hurt if he gets many more attacks in before we can do something to deal with him. I'm just going to go with Incinerary right off the bat again. And go ahead and do a torrent here. And attack everything. I love that attack. It's badass. So one's down, 2 are flaming. It looks like it's going pretty well, as long as they don't focus on Trix, which has lost her shields at this point. Well, look at this. This is an interesting situation. This doesn't cost much, and it'll push the enemy back far enough for Trix to immediately get in our turn. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, because that's like a free turn right there. And Trix has another turn. And now I can scramble again because its cooldown has now gone through. Stun still didn't hold. That's BS. Hey, miss. That works for me. See, now Overwatch is useless because only one enemy is going to attack before his next turn. So we will just rocket this fool. Oh, the shields are finally broke. Guess we'll do... Shields are broke, so we'll have to do this to gain some void energy. Her normal attack that gains void energy isn't very strong. And... okay, big guy is dealt with. Now we just have one little flaming bot left here. And he died from flame, or from a counter attack, I would believe. And again, nothing of interest in here except for a rather fun fight. I like fighting those big guys. So, can I go downstairs? No, that ladder is busticated. Coffee. I want latte. Okay. Now this is a good little demonstration of there's more than just wandering around clicking on some lockers and combat mode. There's some environmental hazards to worry about. I'm gonna wait for it. And we click that and we can shut off the electrocuting stuff. Okay, I believe there's something to find over here. Yes, we have a locker. Accessory. Doesn't do anything, but it's an SMG. No one uses SMG. Another accessory and a pistol. Nothing that's too useful to us at this point, but I will grab it all anyway because it's a dungeon crawler. It's all about all the loot. And of course, in the full game, you will then be able to take that loot back to your hub area and sell stuff that you don't actually want. There will of course be a currency and upgrading and shop system. Speaking of upgrading, there is something that I did notice but isn't in effect yet. But in items here, you can see upgrades is 0 of 5. I do not seem to be able to upgrade. I believe you probably have to do that at a shop, but you can get 5 more upgrades, which it will list what the 5 upgrades are. And right now, I think this is just put in for humor because the upgrades aren't in the game yet. But 10% better, plus 5 coolness, distracting particle effect, big explosions, it's the best. And this one has 3 upgrades. I like their humorous fill-in text right there. Alright, and we are about to find the black box. Boom. That's a black box. Okay, I have to click it. Now we get a voice from the AI. Do you want to just retrieve it, or do we want to initiate the transmission of the data, which we were told by our employer not to do, which the AI warns us, authorized third party. Please note, the unauthorized transmission of black box data is grounds for immediate termination and punishable by airlock dismissal. I love that. That's great, actually. And I stayed in NDA. I was the good boy in the first playthrough. Let's see what happens when we do that. The robotic voice continues. Data transfer initiated. Please note, core bleh is currently rated at unstable. Data transmission might result in core corruption. Would you like to proceed? Transmit the data to Rise in Robotics. Transmit data to your own data pad. Change your mind and retrieve black box as ordered. And again, this sounds like it's probably a bad idea, but I'm doing it for the sake of science. I want to see what happens. And the black box console begins to spark. So, that's bad. Black box from the console and stash. Okay, well. And hey, that guy that was tutorializing us at the beginning is now here. And he wants it, apparently. Now we do have a few options here. Feeble mind, assault his thoughts, which I'm guessing the battle will then weaken him. Hacker, he's broadcasting something. I can run a trace and attempt to jam it. I have no idea what that will do, but that's only 40%. I tried this last time, it failed. Let's try again. And it failed again. And boss fight time. And his really strange cobbled together droids, robots here that he has. Let's go ahead. Starting with Space Ninja, let's go ahead and smack everything. Except for he missed 2 of them, unfortunately. Ooh, and the misses got counters. Ow, Rocky got messed up a little bit there. Ow, leave Rocky alone. This fight's actually kind of not easy. Now, this is a great time for Hard Slab to use Overwatch, because every enemy, all 5 of them, will attack before his next turn. Incendiary Grenade's good too, because it'll hit all of them. But I'm going to go ahead and use Overwatch while they're all still alive, assuming by his next turn, something will be dead. So, Overwatch time. Get some free attacks in. And Rocky's not doing so good. I still don't know what Mind Melt does. This still says... I'm going to try it. Well, it did some damage. You know, it said it wouldn't, but I'm assuming it does some kind of debuff on him. I should have looked in the ability screen for a better description of that. Alright. Does he have shields left? Yeah, no, his shields are gone, and none of these other ones... Well, they do have shields. This one does. Okay, well, his shield's gone. Let's go ahead and get the big guy gone. Just a plain old Void Bolt here. And the Overwatch missed, which is unfortunate. We are going to try to just take out the big guy as soon as possible. Oh. What happened? I didn't catch that. Oh, it's probably like a demoralization buff because the big guy, the boss, fell pretty quickly. Let's scramble you. Yes, okay, he's stunned, so which that means that turn coming right up here, he's going to skip. Let's go ahead and... Which one am I targeting here? Okay, let's target Spot. They have their names written on them, which makes them easy to find. Let's target the next soonest to attack and try to maybe just kill him quickly. Nope. Stunned. Oh, but Overwatch killed him. But he did debuff Sinestra first. Oh, hey, Eve grew. And in our Overwatch was very effective. Let's go ahead and Incendiary Grenade the last two. Oh, I didn't hit that one. Okay, it depends on... It actually has a physical range, so it depends on where you're throwing it at. If I threw it at the boss here, it probably would hit both of them at the same time. So I forgot that that doesn't actually hit all enemies. It hits all in a certain radius, which is interesting because physical range isn't something you normally see come into effect in a game this style. Well, most of our other... I've never had to use haste, but most of our other things are on cooldown, so you just get shot at. And dies from fire. So that works for me. We are down to one end. Oh, geez, Eve grew even bigger. Let's take care of that thing. Let's stun you. That's good. Rocky's stunned, which is unfortunate, but let's go ahead and just shoot you. And you know what? Eat Rocket. Uh-oh. How do you miss something that big? Hard slap, you fail. You have a giant rocket. It's 3 feet in front of you, and it keeps growing. I don't get you. Let's just shoot. Yes, Rocky is stunned. You gotta be almost dead, right? Oh, bye, Rocky. Take a nap. Fine, we'll stun your ass again. How do you have something? This enrage this thing does is actually... Okay, we're gonna go get some void energy. Quit missing. Oh, Jesus. Is Eve the actual boss? I think the exclamation mark is I, or is it an exclamation mark? I don't know. It's Eve or Evie, one of the two. Okay. Shoot. How does Evie have so much life? Holy crap, this thing's terrifying. No shields to drain. Come on, give me void energy. Thank you. Doing so little damage to Eve. Ow! Oh, come on. Quit missing. Why is Sinestra not getting attacked? She's not dead. Why? I'm confused. Stun again. Thank you. Okay, hard slab. at least some significant. I don't know why Sinestra's not able to attack. It might be a bug right now, but we are actually doing something decent. We're gonna slow you down. Ow, that thing hits hard. Stun you again. Ah, damn it. And we'll do a torrent here. If I can just get missile on hard slab, get one of those off, that'll probably finish this thing off here. We'll just do, yeah, gun. Just regular pew pew. Okay, well, screw missile. Okay, that got terrifying. The little robot that could. That was really deceptive. What's the next attacking? I guess I was mixing up the. I was thinking both of their portraits were the same person, but no, I was definitely having them both attack. I don't know what I was talking about. But this has been Starcrawlers. This is a lot of fun, and I'm very much looking forward to this game. As I said, this is on Kickstarter. It's blown past its $65,000 goal, and it's at like $83,000 right now. But there's some really cool stretch goals that you can hit a few more of them still. They've hit several stretch goals already, which are adding more classes to the game, and like traps and camera system and things like that. But there's some other stretch goals that still can be hit. So the link will be in the description. Go check it out. It is wonderful. Keep your eye out for this. I'm FedoraG4mer. If you liked this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.